There's been a bitter war of words at a specially convened meeting of the UN Security Council over Syria as diplomatic efforts to broker peace gave way to recriminations. Russia, it was suggested several times, may have committed war crimes, especially over last week's bombing of an aid convoy near Aleppo. Washington accuses Moscow of consistently lying over its support for the Assad regime.
When Russia is espousing fiction, we have to call that out. What Russia is sponsoring and doing is not counterterrorism, it is barbarism.
Russia denies attacking the aid convoy, blaming rebels or a US drone. Its ambassador said rebel groups were responsible for the collapse of this month's ceasefire and bringing peace was now an impossible task. Vitaly Chukin blamed hundreds of armed groups and the US for failing to rein them in. More than 200,000 people in Aleppo have become prisoners of the terrorist groups Jabhat al-Nusra and others, he said. They're trying to use women and children as human shields. Airstrikes are used only against the militants' positions and with laser-guided bombs. The UN Special Envoy said bunker-busting bombs had been used on civilians in Aleppo. Britain's ambassador also held Moscow responsible for their plight.
They are now facing an unprecedented, unrelenting onslaught of cruelty. And it is increasingly clear that it is an onslaught beyond the capabilities of the Syrian Air Force alone. In short, it is difficult to deny that Russia is partnering with the Syrian regime to carry out war crimes.
This heated Security Council meeting saw repeated accusations against Russia. For some, the change in tone marks a new phase, throwing out any remaining hope of reaching a peace deal for Syria.
Meeting to discuss yet again.